Hello and welcome to the lesson today. So this is PHP and we are having two errors. Today we're having two errors here, and these two errors are very common in PHP, and these two errors are also interdependent. That means now one error leads to occurrence of the other error. So we are having a primary error that occurs first, having a primary error. It will reproduce on the primary error, and this is our secondary error. This error, secondary error, happens when our primary error occurs. So basically, what we are trying to do is that we are trying to set a variable username or an index, whatever you may want to call it. We're trying to set a variable username in a page under .php whenever a session starts in this page, and if this variable is not set in this page whenever a session starts, then we should redirect the user of that page to another page whereby they're now going to set the session to set a session, and therefore now this error will be solved. So by the looks of things now, that page, you're not being redirected to that page, and therefore the user is not having a chance to set this variable. So this code most of the time happens when probably you're having a login system, or you're writing a login form in your app or your website, and you don't want the user to access a certain page unless they've logged in. And by logging in, they set a variable in that page. For example, in my case, I don't want the user to access the checkout form or the order.php, the order form, unless a username is set, the name or a username is set in that page. And that is okay whenever the session order the PHP starts. The session starts and in this page. So this is the code I have. I've written an if statement like this. I've written an if statement like this. If dollar underscore session username username is username is equals to null. If username is null in our session in this page, what do we do? Let's execute the following piece of code. If it is null, we redirect the user to this page. Which page? Location. And we say seller, no, user login dot php. So then we have this php to close the line. So if a session, this is a code that we've written. If a variable username is not set in our session, we redirect the user of that, the whatever it is, to another form, the user login, the PHP form, and by logging in, we'll be able to get the username. And when we get the username, we're going to set it in this session. But this one is okay and should work, but it's not working. And most of the times, it brings a lot of trouble to PHP developers, the server-side developers, the famous server-side developers. So to solve this problem, but this code is very correct. This one should work. This if statement is very correct. It should work, but it doesn't work. So what do you do to solve this problem? What we do is that we're going to let me show you. We're going to replace the header. We're going to replace this redirection code with a JavaScript code like this. I'm going to say we're going to write an echo. You know how echoes work. You have to close it, and inside of this echo, we're going to write a script, JavaScript code. Script. No, it's not. Script tag like this. Script. Then closing tag of the script. Script. This is spelling. Script. Then inside of this script, we're going to include now our redirection code, which is going to be a window. We're going to redirect our user to window dot location dot whatever our page is, href, single quotes, don't forget single quotes, and we're going to redirect them to user dot php, right? Now user login dot php. I'm going to close it like that. Right? So you do, and like I said, this code is very correct. This is very correct. But I try to think that PHP is very proud. It is so full of itself, and to an extent that at times it won't accept some lines of code. So you need to solve this error. You need to replace the header location user login.php with this echo, this script, JavaScript code that we've written just now. So this one, and this is going to solve your error. Perfect. It's going to solve the second, the primary error. By solving the primary error, you've solved the secondary error, like I said. So thank you very much for watching our video. And in case you have a problem, just ask. And see you soon.